I'm a 21-year-old woman sharing a 2-bedroom apartment with my 22-year-old roommate. We've been living together for just over a year, and things have generally been okay. We split rent and utilities 50-50, get along well enough, but aren't particularly close. We've always respected each other's space, which worked fine until recently. 6 months ago, my roommate started dating a 24-year-old guy. At first, he'd visit once or twice weekly, but now he's practically moved in, staying over 5 to 6 nights a week, sometimes even full weeks. He's not on the lease, pays no rent, doesn't buy groceries, and contributes nothing to the household. I stayed quiet initially because I didn't want to cause tension, understanding he's her boyfriend. But his excessive showering has become an issue. He bathes at least twice daily, sometimes more, and uses my personal products every time. My shampoo, conditioner, face cleanser, razor, even deodorant. I noticed but didn't mention it at first, assuming it was a one-off. However, it's become routine. I've resorted to storing my items in my bedroom, lugging them to the bathroom like I'm at a hostel. When I casually mentioned it to my roommate, she brushed it off, saying he probably didn't mean to. She did nothing to address it. Last week, I spoke up more firmly, saying I wasn't okay with him showering here so often, especially since he doesn't live here, pays nothing, and uses my belongings. I added that I'd feel differently if he contributed or bought his own products. She got irritated, saying he's broke and can't afford his own stuff, accusing me of being unkind and overly controlling. She called my reaction excessive, saying it's just about hygiene. I countered that it's about respect and boundaries, not hygiene. Honestly, I would have even bought him some basics if they'd asked, but neither did. They just assumed I'd be fine with it. I'll admit, I'm not fond of him. He's not terrible, just oblivious and freeloading, which might be clouding my judgment. Now my roommate barely talks to me and told a mutual friend I'm acting territorial and petty over her boyfriend's quick showers. I'm torn. Part of me feels guilty since he's struggling financially, but I also feel disrespected in my own home. I need impartial advice. Update 1. I couldn't keep pretending everything was fine, so I spoke to my roommate again after she got home. The comments from my earlier post gave me the clarity to address it. I calmly explained that this situation is really affecting me. I understand she's in love, but I'm not just a background figure in her life who has to tolerate her boyfriend practically living here. I pointed out that for months, he's been staying 5 to 6 nights a week, eating, showering, relaxing, and sleeping over, crossing a major boundary. She stared at me and called me heartless, saying I lack empathy for her relationship and his financial struggles. She accused me of blowing things out of proportion and caring more about toiletries than someone she loves deeply. I lost my patience and said it's not about toiletries. It's about her boyfriend, who pays no rent, isn't on the lease, and has been using my personal items for months without permission. He's never asked, and neither has she. He hardly acknowledges me, barely saying hello when he arrives, yet helps himself to my shampoo, conditioner, razor, face wash, and deodorant, like I'm running a free lodge. We've had maybe 2 conversations in all this time. I said I'd have been okay if they'd asked even once. I'd have likely shared or bought him some essentials given his situation. But they silently decided it was fine for him to use my stuff and space without consulting me. She got defensive, crossing her arms and saying he's her boyfriend, and she's entitled to have him over since it's her home too. I agreed, but said he's not just visiting, he's essentially living here, present more nights than not for months. If he's acting like a resident, he needs to contribute like one. I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.